Hello again, statistics and pre-calculus, looking at how to do reflections of graphs with equations. First, a quick little look. Here is a graph. If we wanted to reflect that graph, say over the y-axis, it would look like that. And the point that's currently xy would now, the x would be the opposite of x, and the y would still be the same. On the other hand, if we wanted to reflect it over the x-axis, it would go down here. And this would now be the same x and the opposite y. So as a quick summary, if you want to reflect something over the x-axis, if you want to reflect over the y-axis, like in red, you replace x with negative x. To reflect over the x-axis, you replace y with the opposite of y. All good. You can actually reflect over both axes, and then you get a lovely picture like this, where you get both opposite of x and the opposite of y. And that's pretty, but that's for another time. If we're going to take this, I'm looking at this equation, I'm saying, y got to be negative. So y was positive, got to be negative. That's a reflection over the x-axis. Which means the x's will be the same, the y's will be opposite. Using the same x and y we've always had, negative 1, 1, 3, 5, negative 2, 2, negative 2, 2. If the y's become opposite, this becomes negative 1, 1, 3, 5, no change in the x values, but the y values become opposite, 2, negative 2, 2, and negative 2. And now if I go and plot those points, negative 1 and 2, 1 and negative 2, 3 and 2, and 5 and negative 2, you can see that my result is a reflection of that original over the x-axis. If you folded that paper along the x-axis, everything would line up very nicely. Flip 2, what about reflecting the other way? And this time the x became negative. So switching from positive x to a negative x, that's a reflection over the y-axis. Reflect over the y-axis. And if I'm going to reflect over the y-axis, I'm going to take my points and as you see from the equation, the x's change sign. So my new one is going to be x, y. It will be 1, negative 3, negative 5. The y's will stay the same. Negative 2, 2, negative 2, 2. So 1, negative 2 is a point. Negative 1 and positive 2 is a point. Negative 3, negative 2 is a point. And negative 5 and 2 is a point. And we connect them. And you see that this is reflected over the y-axis. If you did a little folding, it would all come out on top of each other. There's reflections. The quick summary: to reflect over the y-axis, replace x with negative x. To reflect over the x-axis, keep the x's the same, replace y with the opposite of y. Thank you.